You can try to teach a goat how to climb a tree, but you're better off hiring a squirrel in the first place.
What he said. So, what have we learned this week? The media sucks. Yeah, that's today's angle. I speak of the Covington story, in which we realize once again that the media will use anything they can to destroy you. And left unchecked, they won't stop. If it wasn't for other honest eyewitnesses, the press wouldn't have rested until the teens were frog-marched into the La Brea tar pits. They embraced a video from a sketchy source and pushed it out like cheap meth. Instantly, the teens became this week's media-approved evil. And when the media was caught pushing a lie, they blamed everyone but themselves. But thanks to NBC's Savannah Guthrie, we can see media bias in all its glory by comparing her questions of the Covington teen to the ones she asked Native American Nathan Phillips.
Do you owe anybody an apology? Do you see your own fault in any way?
First question, how are you doing?
Do you think it was a good idea to start chanting back at the protesters?
This has been a whirlwind few days for you. You find yourself on the front page of every newspaper. How are you doing and how are you feeling?
Did anyone say, build the wall?
You've certainly been through a lot in these last few days.
What some people see is a young kid with a smirk on his face.
Do you think he should have apologized?
Do you think if you weren't wearing that hat, this might not have happened?
Have you feared for your safety since all of this has happened?
There's something aggressive about standing there, standing your ground.
Talk about a contrast. Reminds me of these two. I will not sleep tonight. And thanks to Savannah, I now know that standing still is a sign of aggression. Now, I wonder if she thinks this is also aggressive. That is terrifying. Or how about this? I don't know how I feel about that. Or how about this? Well, I guess that is kind of aggressive. But watching the media analyze the Covington fiasco, it's like watching a contestant judging her own beauty pageant. Oh, look, it seems that I won again. But as their preferred narrative dissolves and they have no one left to damn, the story magically goes away, which is why you must always remember this tale, to remind you of what's possible when the press, the left, and social media are properly aligned. They will destroy you. The same goes for celebs. They're liars and jerks. Except for you, Dean.
Thank you.
Yes. Take this for now. But, and Tyrus, you're okay. Joe, not yet. All right. Take these two, Alyssa Milano and Kathy Griffin, two peas in a putrid pod. Camouflaging their drooling hate with fake compassion, these two led the charge in trashing the teens. Milano branded them racists. Griffin wanted them doxxed. So again, why do we let fame excuse people for being I mean, the plague is famous, and we don't admire that. Yet these jerks count on their status to excuse their own jerkiness. But take away their celebrity, and they're just your crazy neighbor in a soiled house coat, muttering and sniffing their own fingers. The third culprit, Twitter. It's a decency subtraction machine, replacing actual face-to-face contact with bored malice. It's a platform where antagonism is its own reward. And let's not forget, all of this was brought to you by identity politics, which dictates the heroes and the villains always. It's a power struggle between oppressor and oppressed, and those roles are dictated by the media, academia, and entertainment complex. White kids in red hats? Oppressor. Lone Native American? Oppressed. And those crackpot cultists who initially accosted the teens? They're just delightfully eccentric. With identity politics, the mob always rules as it stalks a new victim every week. The final culprit? Your own eyes. You can't trust them anymore. Viral videos are designed to trick them. They're called viral for a reason. They're highly contagious, and they'll make you puke. I initially fell for the wrong version of events simply by trusting my own beautiful blue eyes. I was fooled, and I am never fooled. I ignored my own advice, though, which is never rush to judge. True, I was at brunch at the time, which is code for I was super drunk, but no excuses. Bottle of rosé. That's sad. But if I can fall for this crap, then we can all fall for this crap. The best bet, when something like this shows up on social media, run like hell to the safest space you can find. If only there was one place we could run to and hide until this all blows over.
In an era of volatile political storms, controversy can erupt at any moment without warning.
Social media was quick to call the students involved racist.
When outrage strikes, will you have the facilities to keep your family sane?
Oh my God. We have to get downstairs before it's too late.
Why? What's going on?
There's no time. Get the kids to the outrage bunker.
Come on, kids, let's go.
All right, hold on. I gotta Snapchat this. Let's go. Come on. Be careful. Move fast. We gotta get in here. Come on. Wait. Open the door. Dad, Mom, it's your
We
son
forgot Billy. You have to open the door, quick.
We can't. It's too late. If we open that door now, we get sucked into the outrage vortex. Billy's on his own now.
Oh my God, I'm so scared.
Can always have another.
Yeah, I was hated Billy anyway.
I love you guys
He
very
did
much.
drag us down.
Yeah, I hated him. We could just wait it out in the outrage bunker.
It's for the best.
The outrage bunker is impervious to Wi-Fi, hot takes, self-righteous diatribes, vilifying generalizations, stupefying story developments, and all other hot air that comes with sensationalized breaking news stories. With the outrage bunker, you and your loved ones will be safe and healthy, so you can come out and enjoy life when the dust settles, as if that talk of the town never even happened.
Well, we made it. Billy? Just. Billy! Is it you, Billy? Holy Mother of God. What the?
So get Outrage Bunker today. Warning, outrage bunkers may provoke social media withdrawals, limited human interaction, news cycle apathy, and an increase in overall happiness.
Let's welcome tonight's guests. He's lean and clean and my favorite Dean, actor Dean Cain. His jokes are funny, his disposition's sunny, and he likes his eggs runny. Comedian Joe Mackey. She's so saucy that Ragu keeps trying to put her in a jar. Host of the Tyrus and Timph podcast, Cat Timph. And his hand created the Finger Lakes. Former WWE superstar, my massive sidekick and host of NPC on Fox Nation, Tyrus. All right, Dean, we always keep hearing, oh, this is like a learning experience. Is anybody going to learn anything from this, or are we going to just forget about it? Because this seems like a lesson in something.
It's ugly all the way around. I don't think anybody's going to learn anything from it, no. Those kids, listen, that guy was a kid. He's 15 years old, and I'm a father. Heaven forbid that was my son. Actually, I would have had him walk away. I've already talked to him about situations like this, but it's awful. The guy who walked up to him, and the way it all happened, and you fell for it.
Yes.
I want to remind you because you haven't been reminded enough.
I remind myself enough, thank you. You just have to rub it in, Mr. X-Superman.
X.
Who said X? What are you talking about, X?
Have you been in a Superman movie lately, Dean?
He doesn't have to. It's called reruns.
Reruns. I can show it
He
again.
lives in our hearts and minds forever, Greg.
There it is. Yeah, the whole thing was horrible, though. It was a horrible situation, and the media. I mean, you're Savannah Guthrie. I like Savannah. She's very nice, but you made a very cogent point.
Yes, amazing. That should be shown in all journalism schools across the nation. Right, Joe?
Well, yeah, I mean, after the whole fake BuzzFeed story that was discredited by the Department of Justice, you'd think that they would have said, "Hey, this week let's remember to check the facts."
Do you know? Nah, we'll start next week. Why start on the weekend?
I thought, I don't even now I wait 5 days before the weather comes out. I almost got frostbitten, but I can't trust anything anymore.
No. All right, Kat. So the breaking news here, and I was told to include this in the show, the student has retained a PR firm, but also an attorney known for suing for libel. So that's something new.
Yes.
Breaking news, Kat.
Very
News that's
exciting.
broken.
Very exciting. Yeah, if that was me, I would want to sue a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
I don't understand how this happened, though, because, like, the first thing you learn in journalism class
Yes.
is it's better to be correct than to be first.
Yes.
And I did not fall for it, Greg.
Why? How come you didn't?
I was in bed sick and not on Twitter.
Yes. This, to your
I didn't
point.
fall for it, but I didn't know. It was because I'm an outstanding journalist.
Yes.
I would never fall for it without checking all the facts. And again, like Dean pointed out, these are children.
Yes.
They're children. You also, they tell you in journalism class to be very careful when dealing with stories with children, not, oh, if you see one with a red hat, dox the
Now, you raised a good point that a lot of people that were judging people for rushing to judgment didn't rush to judgment because they were, like, sleeping through the weekend. Right? And then all of a sudden they come out like, oh, you guys were running. No, you didn't even know what happened.
Yeah, I withheld.
You withheld.
I withheld judgment till I saw all the facts.
Yeah. Tyrus, I just, every time I go on social media now, I always leave feeling worse about humanity. I don't know.
For a guy who was fooled, you probably should be. Look,
I love the forgiveness in this panel today.
Oh, you want forgiveness?
Yes.
For 3 years of trashing me with intros every week?
Those are. How can that be? Wait, those are love taps.
I
Tyrus.
literally, every part of my body shapes the earth.
Yes.
What the hell, man? Like, listen, I don't respond when I see stuff on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I only put weightlifting and stuff I'm doing for fun because I like keeping my job. So, but I did watch the hour and 45-minute video of this. No one in this is a good person. My problem with the kids is where the hell are the teachers? Where are
I
the
agree.
adults?
There should have been more chaperones.
And this started way early.
Yeah.
And the kids were being, what was happening was the kids were picking someone in their group to mess with a different protester. The first one kid was literally shoved. He took his shirt off and let him like in a school chant or something like that.
Never take your shirt off.
But he was trying to do the thing, and then the one taller kid with the white hat, he took his turn with the MAGA hat, and he actually had somebody say like derogatory stuff to him. They're like, take that dusty ass hat off before you get your ass whipped. Like that particular protest group got aggressive real quick. Then it came to where the culmination, because it was so neat, because the kids are lucky in a sense they shouldn't have been there. Number one, it's not safe for them dealing with adults who are so
DC.
extreme.
No one should be in DC.
Just to show up in the original group, there was like 3 guys yelling at the White House.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just yelling. They're getting their protest out, and they're yelling about all the injustice in the world instead of going to work. But he's standing there, and the mob behind it, his boys are egging him on. He's very fortunate that old gentleman chose to sing a song and beat a drum in his face, because there is protesters that would do a lot different for a young kid, a white kid with a red hat on, could easily went the wrong way.
Yeah, that's
and
true, but that's not a good. That's not.
But that's the lesson for the parents.
Yeah.
Don't put them in. We're lucky nothing bad happened.
Yeah. Story of my life.
Don't ever put them there. My son wouldn't be there. My daughter wouldn't be there. Because it's not safe for them, regardless of whatever.
That's a sad testament, though, that it's not safe for you to visit the nation's capital in a red hat.
They weren't looking at Abe Lincoln's statue.
I'm glad you said
taking
statue.
notes for history. They were literally like, let's mess with the protesters. So let's just keep it real. No one's clean on this. There's no heroes.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to disagree. I'm going to push back and say that when I was that age, I would have behaved worse. When we used to go,
probably at that time, you would have got your ass kicked.
No, you know what I'm talking about in the sense that, like, A, I'm lucky that there weren't cameras when I was that age, and number two, when we did field trips, I was always shoplifting. It's like, because you know why? Because then we'd always go into other cities for our field trips, and I go, I can just go in here and steal. What was I thinking? All right, up next, what's more important when finding a new mate, sex or their political views? An online dating site has the results.